guys, what's up? It's Dan here. Welcome to a very long overdue review or DanQ review, I should say, for a game that's I recently picked up. Well, shouldn't say recently, but came out last month. Didn't decide to do it until December for a variety of reasons. But anyways, I'm talking about the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. And yes, before I continue with this review, obviously I'm not done the game yet. This game is far too long, and like for me to postpone the review. I have all the information I need to give this game a review, even though I haven't completed the full game. It's not something like I basically played the game and I've seen what it has to offer. I've finished various stories. You know, I can see what they're doing with the game, and each time all it does is progress on a new thing. So I'm not missing anything out if that's what you guys are thinking. Like, there's not going to be some crazy thing that's going to happen that'll make or break the game. So I have all the information that I need to do my review for Skyrim, and I'm going to do it. Now, Skyrim. Sorry, I should probably show it to you while I do this. I don't know. But Skyrim is available for Xbox 360 like this, PlayStation 3, and PC. And it is a action RPG open world game developed and published by Bethesda. Bethesda published and developed this game. Okay, now what do I have to say about it? Well, I had played The Elder Scrolls IV Oblivion, and I loved that game. Now, I had originally said that I was not going to play it because of its length and the fact that I couldn't fit it in. Things happened. December became free, most of it anyway, so I decided to give it a go. It was good for both. You guys wanted to see it. It was good for my business, and I figured I might be missing out on one of the best games of the year. So now that I'm reviewing it, I mean, like I said, even though I'm not done it, I can give my thoughts on this game. I really feel like I know, you know, what's there, what isn't there. You know, I'm just ready to give its review. So first off, here we go. Let's start out. Now, I want to start off differently. I'm starting off with a negative. You'll see what I mean in a minute. I'm going to give my negatives first. Okay, the thing that I probably hated the most about Skyrim negatively was the fact that there were quite a few bugs in it. There are, I mean, Jesus. Bethesda has been known for bugs. They've had a lot of game bugs in their games. In like all the major action RPGs I've played from Bethesda, whether it be Elder Scrolls or Fallout series, I've encountered bug upon bug, and it hasn't been like there have been minor ones, but at the same time there are like major ones too that affect your game, like your game saves even, or your current character state. So for example, at one point, for Skyrim, let's just say. Okay, there's a bug, how you can marry in the game. And the only way for your partner to die is if you yourself kill them. And for a long time, at one point, my wife, my in-game wife, had died due to some, I can't remember the name of it, but it's like a scorpion-looking thing mixed with like a worm that shoots like poison at you. I don't know. Regardless, I hate fighting them. They're a pain in the ass. But it killed her because I married Ayla the Huntress, and I'm like, that's weird. It's not supposed to die. So I reloaded the save, etc. And then eventually, I come to a point, and I'm just thinking, where the hell's my companion? And I'm looking around because I had her as my wife and my follower. So I'm looking around like, where the hell did she go? So I couldn't find her until I retraced my steps and found her in an ash pile. her remains were in an ash pile. And the fact is, you cannot remarry, and you can't get your wife back once they've died. So I thought that was kind of stupid. That was a game bug that I didn't need to see. Another game bug I encountered, in terms of actions. Now the whole idea behind Skyrim is that you're supposed to do this in whatever order you want. You can play any game type, or sorry, not any game type, any quest in any order, because it's your game. You're free to do with it what you want. And the thing is, I would do that, and a few times it would affect your mission, meaning you cannot. It's impossible to go to this place, to go to this location, because you did this mission before you did this. That happens often. Therefore, it's saying it's impossible to do this mission ever unless you restart your entire game. That was apparent in Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, Elder Scrolls 4 Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, and Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim. Every single game I've played by them, those are the ones I played, have had that type of bug where it affects your game negatively like that. So that part, really annoying. And another part, I remember I was already getting frustrated with the fact that I had to fight Falmers, and it was a Nightingale thing. When I was doing a Nightingale quest, my partners were with me, and I fell into a crack and I couldn't move. Like places where you get lodged in certain crevices that aren't meant to be, and you have to reload your save or whatever the case is. I've had a freezing, I don't know, just bugs like that are what made the game kind of annoying at times. But basically that could be dealt with just a quick reload. The ones with the mission, where it affects your mission, that really didn't bug. I didn't have any serious things like, since you've done this, you cannot finish the main quest or a main storyline, but they were like little dinky side things. Big deal. That wasn't a huge deal breaker. So that's out of the way. The game bugs, there's a few. I'm sure they're going to release a patch. I mean, they usually do, but considering it's December, the game's been out for more than a month now. And actually, what is it? Like a month and a half, I'd say. And they haven't fixed little dinky things. But the game is, big enough that it's tough to, get these things down. Which leaves me, okay, that's it for negatives. That's why I wanted to get it done first. Let's get to the positives. Okay, from the start. Visually, this game looks amazing. And I'm playing it on 360, as you can see. I've seen it on all three consoles. On all three consoles, it's amazing. On PC, though, it's breathtaking. You should see this. The details just ridiculous. So the visuals, the sound, in terms of like voice acting, like the dragons in this game sound great. They sound realistic. Like as soon as you hear a dragon, for the first time, you're like, "That's a dragon. I know it." And sure enough, a dragon comes. And like I said, the voice acting is really great, spot on. There's a lot, like just everything sounds like it should. Now there's one thing, like with a lot of the NPCs, you'll notice that they reuse the same voice actor often, very often. Like I'll get the guy, like all the companions, all the werewolf-like guys, the buff guys, the Nords kind of sound the same. And then you got the ones with the accent, and then you have the elves, and then like basically one voice for each race, so to speak, male and female. So they kind of cut corners in that aspect. But when you think about it, think how many characters are in the game that are NPCs. So that doesn't really hurt it at all. Great voice acting, great sound effects, great visuals. I love the visuals of this game. How about the controls? The controls are quick and easy to use. You start playing, you get just a quick feel for it. What's this button do? What's this button do? Because usually with an RPG, there's a lot of complexity in the controls. Like, you have to do this, to do that, to just make an attack. Like, for example, let's throw Dark Souls in there. Dark Souls had a very difficult control scheme. I never played it, but I heard about it. That kind of affects it. But this game, it's really easy. If you want to switch between like weapons and abilities, you can quickly do that just by bringing up a quick menu. All you got to do is add that armor, weapon, shield, whatever the case is, spell to your favorites list. Up pop the mint list. Done. Whatever. You got it going. So it's really quick and easy to use the controls, and I really liked it in that aspect. Okay. Moving on to the meat of it. And I'm going to say this right now. Now, because the rest of it are kind of subcategories. The Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim is the longest game I have ever played. I probably will never, ever finish this 100%. Honest to God, they said to do everything in the game, it should take you probably a minimum of 300 hours. Yes, 300 hours of gameplay into this. That's insane. Now I want to show you guys something too. Oh, whoops. It's in my console. My bad. But look. One disc. Just one. How many games have we played this year where there have been 2, even 3 discs for games that are like not even half this size? Not even a quarter of this game's size, and they've had 3 discs. They fit it onto one disc on 360? That was the first thing I noticed that I thought that baffled me. I couldn't believe it. So you don't have to switch discs. You have a huge open world. It's gigantic with hundreds upon, I don't know if there's thousands, maybe thousands of quests to do, whether they be major or little. It's ridiculous. There's so much to do in this game. Therefore, it leads to replay value, which the replay value is amazing. If you will never, ever have nothing to do in this game, unless, of course, you spent like however many years playing it. Because honestly, I mean, I'm sure people have finished it already, but those are the people who play non-stop. Like, think about it for a minute. I'm an average person in terms of video game. I'm an average gamer, I like to say. And I've been going at this like crazy, and I cannot even fathom. I've played this for maybe close to 40 hours, and I've played it for a long time now, pretty much all of December. And I've played it for 40 hours worth of gameplay, and I've scratched the surface on the main quests. Like, I've done like most of the main stuff, like, you know, the main story, the different guilds, that sort of thing. And that is nothing compared to how many smaller quests there are, side missions, etc. You know, there's just so much content in the game. That's one of the biggest points about it. Which leads me to the story modes. I'd like to say there isn't one story mode, but many. Because you do have the main quest line, which follows the main storyline, which is good, and I still haven't beat it, but it's good so far. You have different factions you can join, like the Thieves Guild, the Dark Brotherhood. You can choose the Rebellion, because currently there's a war going on because the Stormcloaks, who are like these rebels rebelling against the Imperials, you know, Ulfred Stormcloak killed the High King, and basically there's a war going on. You can choose what side you want to fight for, and follow that whatever side you want, and take over Skyrim from whatever control, right? So either you pick Imperial, you get rid of like all the Stormcloaks from Skyrim, or you pick Stormcloak like I did and completely get rid of, like, take back every single main city or whatever, or main dungeon or whatever that's under Imperial control. So there's like a war aspect as well that you can do. There's Daedric quests, there's dungeons up the wazoo, and I don't say wazoo lightly. You don't hear me saying that too often. But just so much to do. And no, they're not repetitive. Each and every game, each and every quest you do is unique in its own way. Like, I mean, even the dungeons you'd think would be copy and paste. Okay, new thing you're doing in there. You have to kill everybody. Copy and paste. You're collecting a secret weapon. New thing. You're killing somebody. Whatever the case is. No, every single dungeon I've seen is unique. Every single dungeon or quest I've seen has a different, completely different story behind it. Everything is unique. Everything is just amazing. Like, honest to God, I cannot think of anything more beautiful about this game than the fact that you have so much to do, and when you do it, you don't get bored. Every single time I turn off my Xbox because it's too late, I have to go to work the next day, so I can't play anymore, and that's the biggest thing. And then when I get back from work, I can do my other job, which doesn't seem like work when I'm playing this game. So it is great. It makes you want to come back for more. I don't even know how long this is going to go on, but honestly, in a nutshell, this game is worth the money. Let me tell you that right now. But before we go on with that, I do want to say, you know what? Did I already cover everything? Yeah, there may not be multiplayer. I've heard people bashing the game because it has no multiplayer. Why do you need multiplayer? It's an RPG. You don't need multiplayer in every single game. Like, come on. You can do everything in this game. You can, like, there's so many different weapons, unique. They all have their own abilities. You can enchant them. There's different classes too. There's so many different races you could be. You can do a ton of classes. Like, you can become, you can be a soldier, a wizard, someone who's all about stealth. You know, different things. You can build accordingly, and you level up accordingly. I don't know how many levels there are in the game. I think there's about 100. But technically, the maximum level, you know what I mean, like the best level that really needs you to get everything done is 50. But you can go all the way up even higher if you want to. And I've seen people who were that. And it's just insane. Like, there's so much to do. I think when I left off, I'm probably about a level 25, or pretty close to level 25. And I've done a lot of gameplay. So all you do is work on skills. There's various skills you can do. There's just so much in the game. Like, if you put all these little things I'm mentioning into one category, which I like to, which is basically content. There's tons of it. So much to keep you entertained. And honestly, there's not much else I can really say about it, other than the fact that there's so much content. Every single one of every little bit of content in it is exclusive, and it feels different every time you play, with a different storyline, different setting. Like the map is gigantic. Like honestly, I could go on, but honestly, it's huge. I'm giving you this right now. It's on one disc. This game is $59.99. If you've got it on sale lately because of if you're Canadian, Boxing Day or whatever, if there's a sale price, it was on for $40. Really. A $60 game, I've paid more money for a game that lasts 5 hours. 300 hours, $60. Unique. In every single way. Seems like a no-brainer to me. So, I've gone on, but I've pretty much told you what is so damn good about this game. And therefore, I can't wait to rate this game. I can't wait. So let's get rid of it. You gotta keep in mind though, there are bugs that are kind of irritating, especially in a huge game like this, and it's a game save bug where perhaps you have a really important mission, a bug happens, you didn't make enough save games or something, and you have to restart. Something like that could potentially happen, not to me because I have like 7 game saves going right now and I just keep cycling between them. So it's always good to do that. If you do that, you shouldn't have to worry about it. So, let's get rid of all that right there. What am I going to rate The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim? I haven't been this excited about a game in a long time. I'm giving Skyrim a 9.75 out of 10. Brilliant score, but because of those bugs, I can't give it a perfect score. If there were no bugs at all, or little minor ones, that, like just little sound glitches or whatever, this game would be a perfect game. But there's little bugs that kind of made me go, oh my god, you know, like, there was another bug I want to mention, where if you run up to somebody, like you sprint in for a power attack, you get caught in their, like, circle, like like the character model, right? And your character, even though you're not running anymore, the character would still try to run, and you try and walk around, but it would just be trying to sprint around them, or the character would push you. And it would always turn you like this. So let's just say this is the character you're attacking, right? And you try and get him, but it would just bounce around, and your weapon would not face the character, so you couldn't make an attack. So you'd be getting hit, and you'd be bouncing around. That was something that annoyed me. But I'm rambling again. 9.75 out of 10 for The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. Is it a buy? You betcha. Go out there right now. If you do not have this game, some people say, oh, it looks boring. It's not. Okay? Even people who do not like RPGs will like this game. Whoa, almost dropped it. Will like this game. Hell, I love this game. I've even told you guys before, I love action RPGs. That's a really great genre to me. But I'm more of a guy who likes the action RPGs that are set in a futuristic thing, like Mass Effect series or Deus Ex, that kind of series. This is something fantasy-like, and I've always said I kind of don't like fantasy things. They're kind of stupid. Not with this game. Amazing. Like, I loved getting better swords, better arches, or better bows, sorry, whatever the case is. Just get it, okay? Go out there and buy it right now, please. Just go. Don't hurt yourself. Go out there and go get The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. 9.75. The best score I've ever given a game. LA Noire doesn't count because I was just being stupid. I didn't know how to rate games back then. But anyways, 9.75 out of 10. So thanks everybody for watching this episode of DanQ Review for Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. Appreciate it. 9.75 is my score. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.